ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to RanDOTA. As always, I am D, your host for the show where the meta doesn't matter. This one I decided to jump into because this is just an all-pick game. But I saw that, for one thing, we've got a couple of pros in here. We've got, I think it was Slayer from from Vega Squadron. We've also got Pycat in here as well. Got Excalibur. There's a couple of big names in here. But again, they're playing under pub names so that they don't get bothered by randos. One moment. I should have opened it before I did this, but hey. Alright, so far Radiant have a Pugna, Terrorblade, Ancient Apparition. Oop. We'll talk about that when we get into the game. Oh, that's an awesome looking Terrorblade.
It's in the bag. Prepare for battle.
Alrighty.
It's in the bag.
That's the right one to have. Oh, we do have a disconnect already, because Dota! Like I said, it would not be Dota if it wasn't for this. If we didn't have a pause, especially not at high levels. Okay, really, we don't need that. Alrighty, let's go ahead and introduce the teams real quick. We'll just go ahead and go with where they are right now. We have, start for the Dire, we got Lull in the top lane playing the Night Stalker. Probably going to be a Wandering Night Stalker, but hey, we'll see. PYT playing the Bane, also in the top lane. Looks like they're going to be he's going to be supporting Faye on the Morphling. Mid lane for the Dire, we got Excalibur playing on the Outworld Devourer, and then leaves the bottom lane played by A Man's Not Hot, playing the Earthshaker. Also, I beg to differ. Anyway, top lane for the Radiant, we have Swift Ending on the Pugna, and Lumiere on the Beastmaster. Most likely going to be in the bottom lane on that Ancient Apparition. We have Blank playing the Terrorblade, also probably going to be the bottom lane. And Unstable on the Pudge rounds out the Radiant, along with several pairs of pants. Oh wow, Blank actually gets 2 of the bounty runes. That's going to be a great start for the Terrorblade. What weapons are those? Blades of the Foulfell Corruptor. Okay. And of course, the Fractal Horns of Inner Abyssum. So that's the Foulfell Corruptor set. Honestly, I think the wings are actually kind of the weakest part of it. Actually, we have Swift Ending in the mid lane for the Radiant. Sorry, makes sense. A Pugna mid lane is not a bad choice. There's the Boar from Lumiere. They did also go back to 1 skill for Call of the Wild, so you don't have to worry about, okay, my Hawk's off cooldown, okay, now my Boar's off cooldown, even though that is still not a Boar, that's like a lion. It's never really been a Boar. Okay, the random neutral is going to be an interesting thing to see when we get there. Metamorphosis already used by the Terrorblade. This is not good for Man's Not Hot, because... Oh, the Fissure Block is going to keep him alive for a little bit, but not long enough. That's going to be First Blood to Unstable.
First blood. Have I got jigs on my chins?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Kind of wish we could have gotten a Dark Willow, but this seems like a more fun game because it's... I mean, come on. This is a pro game with a lot of high-level people.
With my thanks.
Our Night Stalker and our Bane looking like they might be trying to rotate around here on Lumiere. We'll see. Oh, if this goes well, and it's looking good, they know where he is. They have the Nightmare. They also have the Brain Sap, but no, they're not going to commit to this. PYT just decides no. Oh, Unstable versus Not Hot. Lull comes in, and there's the Night Stalker. It is the first night. Oh, wait, no, it isn't. Sorry, I was like, first night? It's not even 3 minutes in. What am I talking about here? Triple Pugna! Because that's what the world needs, more of that little psycho. Astral Imprisonment on a creep. Good denial by Swift. That being said, Lull's coming in, out comes the Fear, or Void. Although, since it is not currently night, he's at about half strength at best. PYT just camping this bounty rune as hard as he can. Trying to keep Lumiere from doing anything. Lull comes in as well. The Void on the boar is going to secure it for PYT, but that's a tertiary concern, really. They're really just trying to keep Lumiere out of lane right now, which is they're keeping him way out of experience range. He's at level 2, whereas Faye's actually hit level 4 already. And we're about to hit first night. There's Lull getting his first night. This is one of the times where Night Stalker is really strong, or at least it used to be. Haste rune saved. For Unstable. He's actually going to turn this into a run-in on Excalibur. Oh, but the Astral Imprisonment is going to keep him there, going to keep Excalibur out, and Excalibur's going to manage to get out of there. Unstable did not manage to get that kill. He got a great hook, though. Hasty hooks. Nightmare on the Lumiere. Crippling Fear, or there's Void, and there's the hook to pull him out, but it's not going to be enough, as PYT still got the last hit off. Unstable is the next target, another Void there. But this time, Swift Ending with Nether Blast is going to push him back. That kill on Lumiere is not super important at this stage. It is important to start getting that going. But he's still only level 2. Faye's hit level 6. And this is actually going really well for the Dire, because that Morphling is getting quicker. He's going to be getting insanely strong at this rate. Which, for your carry, is something you really, really want. You want them to be getting online quick. Sorry to jump around so much, just trying to find the action. We have nothing going on really at the moment, so. Well, I say that, but Mans versus Ifit, or is that an L or an F? Or an I, L or an F. I think it's an L, so we're gonna call you Lift. Lift and Blank, just help, or let's help and Blank farm a rather nice sized stack. That was at least a triple stack. Let's see. No, that's a quad stack, because there's Wild Wings, Satyrs. Actually, that might have even been a 5 stack. I don't know if you ever get. I don't think you ever get two Hellbear Smashers in one spawn. Lull going after Lumiere, who activates the shrine. Can they get him here? I think they can with the Nightmare.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They do get it, and Unstable falls to Faye, so that's 2 kills on the top lane. One of them going to the Morphling, one of them going to the Bane. With how well the Bane and the Night Stalker, how much the Bane and Night Stalker have been moving around, that's a big kill for them. But it's also huge because this is where the blood, we've basically now got blood in the water. With that one kill, the Morphling is going to start going absolutely insane. Unless the Radiant come up here and do a good rotation to stop Faye. And the hook misses, so. Even so, a level 3 Pudge versus a level 7 Morphling is just a delay tactic. It's not gonna get you a win unless the Morphling's one hit from death already.
Knocked over. Radiant structures are fortified.
Honestly, I'm not even sure the 2-on-1 would work at this point with a 4 and 3 versus an 8. Bottom lane's been relatively quiet. Oh, the Nightmare again. Lumiere's having a terrible time so far. This Bane has almost got up to him in levels. The Night Stalker is just all over him. Void comes out. Oh, life drain on the Bane. He's gonna get eaten. That's gonna show that the Radiant have gotten sick of their Beastmaster getting pounded on. So they're gonna start. They probably are gonna start getting a few more rotations going. That's it. Oh, blank. Oh, great use of the Sunder.
Tower is under attack.
Excalibur loses a majority of his health. Well, he didn't lose it. He knows exactly where it went.
Has fallen.
Meanwhile, the tier 1 has already fallen less than 9 minutes in. This Morphling is on the ball already, and he's going for it. He's going for the Lincolns. Let's see. Lincolns will block in this current lineup. Lincolns will block Dismember. It will also block the Primal Roar, Sunder, Reflection.
His father is earth, his betrayer steel.
It'll also block Life Drain and Cold Feet. So that Lincoln's is going to be super useful. Faye just basically chose the best item to avoid a huge amount of the teamfight stuff from the Radiant. I mean, I'm pretty sure he planned that, but
Something bad is happening. In your bottom. Illusion.
quick fissure stun, not really gonna do much though. That said, unstable, PYT coming in, got the Nightmare and just starts pounding away. I do like the fact that now Bane can actually hit Nightmare targets without any worries. 3-1 on this Bane here.
Tower is under attack.
That's a lot of conjured images of the Terrorblade just throwing just raw power here.
Are fortified.
So that's a tier 1 on top lane for each side. Fade just jumps in with a waveform. Level 4 waveform at 11 minutes. And oh wow, there's actually some really good ones there. 300 waveform range, so he can waveform across the screen now.
In your bottom. Good dude's bottom.
That's 2 tier 1s gone for the Radiant. And they've taken a single one in the top lane. But I mean, come on. Waveform range, waveform attacks targets. You can morph your allies. That's disturbing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
We'll see if the game goes that far. Although with the way Faye's going, he's going to make it there. What do you think Excalibur go for in talent, I wonder?
Dire structures
Just attack speed, okay.
fortified.
Oh, that's a dangerous rune for a Morphling to have.
Sustains, good remains.
They might be closing in on PYT here. Yep, the hook catches him this time, and out comes... They try to get Dismember off, but just before the stun goes, he manages to Nightmare himself. Not going to save himself, though, as Lift drops the Ice Blast. But Faye, Water is going to apparently try and beat Ice here. Out comes the Axes. Faye... Okay, so Morph... Oh, okay, so that's what it meant by Morph. Morphling can now turn into somebody else. He doesn't create a duplicate. That's an interesting... Oh, God, that's going to be terrifying. That's a nice skill, though. Gonna somebody else for 20 seconds. Oh, Pugna, you're in trouble here. The night is strong. The night is also dark and full of Night Stalker. Excalibur getting that kill. In comes Faye on a wild wave ride. Looks like they want to go keep it even, destroy all the tier 1s before they move on to the 2s.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Blank falls.
Magnitude.
That's a bad sign for the Radiant, because they need their Terrorblade to be on the rampage, but he's not so far. Meanwhile, Faye is on one. PYT picking up another kill after Faye takes down Unstable. That was some serious damage done. 4 down actually, I'm sorry. Without a single loss for the Dire. The Morphling... I think it's getting closer to that time where the Morphling is going to be unstoppable.
My waters rise.
Oh, okay, so they also give you a choice between the Strength and Agility one.
Ruh-roh, bad news, ruh-roh,
They also give you a bar now to see how you're morphed and whether your agility, whether you do more damage or more stun. Meanwhile, tier 1s are falling across the map. The Radiant, they're already pushing on the tier 2. I think they want to try and get this over quicker.
tower is under attack.
I don't blame them, because the longer this goes at this rate, the more the Morphling is going to be a danger. I mean, he's a danger right now anyway, because... Out comes the darkness. Lift, Blank, Swift Ending, they're all here. But oh, out comes the Netherward. It's just instantly destroyed. Swift Ending falls to Faye as he just waveforms through. There's no big AoE damage for the Pugna and no life drain to keep him in. They don't lose the Morphling either, thanks to that Astral Imprisonment. Out comes the Earthshaker. They're going to stun up, and there goes the Terrorblade. There goes a huge chunk of the teamfight damage. Unstable is the next one. He actually dies to a neutral, so he does deny himself, but that's still the Pudge as well, and he's mostly just there to tank. So there's no... Just from that one fight, the Dire are gonna know we're way ahead. Let's get farther ahead.
Double damage.
Oh, a great waveform from Féon de Lumiere. He's not gonna last long at this rate. Although that boar... Oh, he does juke him through the trees. Lumiere just managing to survive. Sunder comes out. Excalibur is gonna drop the Terrorblade, but he's not gonna make it out of this. So he does pay for it with his life, but Excalibur still gets that kill on the Blank, which is another big deal here, folks. Because again, the Terrorblade, he's just been slowed down so much. He's had 3 deaths and no kills. He's gotten 3 assists as well, so he's a long way from his Manta. He needs 3,050, and he's got less than 900. He actually picked up the recipe itself. So now he just needs 2150. But he's gonna have a hard time getting that, especially with this Morphling that just seems able to appear out of nowhere and destroy an entire team.
Sustains, gold remains.
Especially when you realize that Morphling's got 26 armor. Unstable falling again. He's not of huge importance like say the Terrorblade is, but he's still important enough that they don't need him. They need him to not die, because one, that's going to help the other team, and two, Pudgy's a good tank once he gets going, but he's not getting going. Okay, this is funny. Another war just constantly shocking a hill troll.
Good guys. Middle tower got owned. What you gonna do? Get mad?
Oh, they're gonna get a courier snipe. No items on it because it just made its delivery, but still. Life drain onto Mans, not gonna last long. Out comes the roar, and the axes are gonna seal the kill. Oh, Decrepify. But they might get this Pugna because the Beastmaster, he got away. The Pugna may not be so lucky. Lol just happens to walk around and find him. Out comes the Fiend's Grip, and there goes the Nether Mage.
Pause, please. I'm terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought.
Lol's actually the one who picks it up too, so that's going to help him get a little bit faster experience. Of course.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Hey, you guys.
So he actually can summon Hellbears.
Work, forget about it.
Echo Slam onto the Beastmaster is gonna actually result in Mans getting frozen. Not for very long, though. Frostbite's not gonna last very long at this level. It's still only level 1. Checking net worth. Yeah, the Morphling up by almost 3,000 gold. They could easily take Roshan here, I think. Looks like Mans is thinking about it. Faye's just thinking, I wanna ride over there and kill somebody. He's actually going for the shotgun build. I thought he would. If you're not familiar with the shotgun build, it's you get the Ethereal Blade, also called the E-Blade. You hit somebody with it after morphing pretty much all the way to agility. You also waveform and adaptive strike them, and it's kind of like, the reason it's called the shotgun build is because it's like basic. Because the basic amount of damage you do, normally requires you to be pretty close. And it's a lot like putting a shotgun to somebody's chest and pulling the trigger. No, I don't actually know what that looks like in real life. Don't ask. Roshan going down quick. Morphling putting all of his points back into agility. And now they've got an immortal Morphling. They haven't been able to kill him yet. So, how they're going to kill him twice is anybody's guess. The roar did come out, but Lumiere... Excalibur might die here. He does, actually. Blank gets that one. Faye has to waveform away. They actually got a good turnaround because they took out 2 right there. Without the hard disables from the Outworld Devourer and the Bane, the Radiant actually have a good open line here on the mid lane. They might be able to turn this. They're already pushing a tier 3, and the Dire haven't done that. The Dire haven't even really pushed down to tier 2 yet. Ancient Lift falls to Man's not hot, but Faye is still alive. Somehow, out comes the good stun. Are we going to have another one? Waveforms back into base. He's still alive somehow. Faye has not died yet. Unstable falls for a double kill for Mans, who does end up dead to swift ending, but it ends up being a 3 for 2 in favor of the Radiant. So the Radiant are actually coming back from this, which is what that team fight tells us. A lot of power used. And we do actually have a Spirit Vessel.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But the problem is they didn't manage to get the Morphling.
That bottom tower you bad dudes had was crap anyway. Don't say.
Tier 1 falls on the bottom lane.
Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone, go, now!
The question is now, can the Morphling with the E-Blade shotgun, can he do what he needs to do? Waveform up onto the tower. There's the E-Blade blast. There's the adaptive strike. 2 shots, 1 kill. That is a great way to show off, hey, I've got the murderous power of the E-Blade on my side now. What is that on his back? Is that I have Scotty? I have the Lost Star. Signed by Era. Blade of Tears, Blade and Crown of Tears, and the Pieces of the Lost Star set. I don't think Era's in this one, but a good pickup with the Aether Lens for the Bane, because that extra actually, yeah, casting spells and items.
About to get knocked over.
So now he can actually hit you with some pretty good stuff from a farther away distance. The thing about this, though, is the Radiant are showing they have strong pushing potential. Okay, we are going to have a short pause here. Hopefully short. Okay. Oop. I was going to do something, but never mind. That was a very short pause, actually. Yeah, well, works for me. Out comes the roar. They get the Bane, and they're just gonna delete him right away. So there's a lot of the hard disable, and a lot of the weakness is gone. Faye falls with the Morphling gone. Pretty much all of the teamfight damage, especially now that the Earthshaker's gone. The OD and the Night Stalker are strong, but not strong enough to stand up to this. That was a 3-for-0. The Dire are gonna have to back off and just defend, or they're gonna have to do what the OD's doing and find somewhere to farm. Blank and Lumiere, though, they're not going to give them that time. They want this tier 3 down. They do have the fortified rune, and they use it. The darkness comes. The question is, are the Radiant going to die? The hook does miss from the Pudge. But the tier 3 is already gone. Blank took it. Force Staff in with a Dismember, but the Nightmare's gonna keep Unstable out. There goes Excalibur. Meanwhile, Swift Ending, they're taking down the mid lane of Rax. It's gone. That's a full lane of Rax gone. Buyback from the OD. The Fiend's Grip onto the Pugna, not gonna be enough to stop him, but it's gonna be enough to hold him in place for a bit. They didn't manage to finish him. The Morphling is still down for another 50 seconds. They don't think they need a buyback. Down goes the Bane. So there again goes a lot of the weakening ability. Oh, the Pugna falls. So quite a bit of the damage from the Radiant is gone. Unstable has to force himself to the high ground. Oh, the Fissure Stun just barely clips him. He does manage to deny himself though. With that denial, he's gonna stop them from getting the experience and gold for killing him, but he's still dead. And now that the Morphling is back, though, they've got waveform. What does waveform attacks targets actually do?
Haste.
I guess the waveform hits targets now? Like fires off little water bolts, I guess? I don't know. Lift calling for a push. not a bad call. I mean, they're only missing the Pugna. And they've shown Morphling that, no, you're not invincible. Oh, we're getting a pause again. Oh, Excalibur is having a bit of a connection issue, apparently. Oh, the shotgun. Try to use the shotgun, but they're just gonna just focus down Faye as we come back.
Bad dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
They're gonna try and take out the tier 2 on top. They don't have their Morphling, so... Oh. Excalibur's DC'd again. We'll see if he comes back this time. Hopefully he does. Okay, good. We are back. That didn't take long. Another Dismember onto the Night Stalker. He actually did get frostbitten. Is this gonna cause... It's not gonna get him down far enough. Because he'd have to get down to 200 and something health to shatter, I think. 11%, so yeah. About 240. Good Fisher's Thumb to try and slow this down, but the Terrorblade Blank will just not be stopped here. He's just gonna throw everything in. Lull is not even trying to fight the Terrorblade here. He does Glimmercape, but oh, the Bane just gets shouted down, and he is gone. There goes a lot of the disable power. And there goes the Earthshaker, so a lot of the AoE disables are gone as well. The top lane of Rax is destroyed. Out comes Sanity's Eclipse. Does destroy Lumiere, but the Beastmaster is a supplement at this point. What they need to do is deal with Blank, and they just can't. He's just going to keep leaving illusions of himself behind. And these illusions are seriously powerful. Faye has turned into him.
Double damage.
This sustains.
You can actually morph for up to 35 seconds, apparently. Or you can use it to target your allies. Either one. And actually with that... Oh! No, Roshan is not up yet. I was going to say, with the morph targets allies, it's nice, but I was thinking the multi-shot adaptive strike, you can literally have a shotgun. Nothing there. Roshan will be up in 1:40. This is a bit of a longer respawn timer for the big guy. Faye has found himself Blank. Can he fight this? Yeah, he can. No, actually, he might not be able to anymore. Lull comes in to help them take out the illusion, but how strong is... Blank is level 19, so... They're trying to push down the tier 2 on bottom, and they're probably going to get it eventually at this rate, but... This is just being stopped hardcore by the Radiant. Out! Ooh, good use of the Fiend's Grip to stop that Dismember, but can they do anything about this? Oh, no they cannot. No follow-up means PYT falls. Without the Bane, they don't have their disable. Without the Night Stalker, they don't have a frontliner really, except for the Earthshaker, and I guess maybe the Morphling, but they don't want to fight this right now. With them 5-manning, with the Radiant 5-man like this, the Dire, they've either got a 5-man or they got to find some random pickoff. The problem is, they're 2 lanes of Rax down, and they don't even have a tier 2 down. Faye gets found and just destroyed by Blank. Faye looks like he's actually calling for... Yeah, looks like he's He's basically giving up. Not that I blame him. He started off super powerful. But the rest of the team just couldn't keep up with him. The Terrorblades are marching. Yep, Roshan has returned.
Your greetings. Something bad.
Actually, I guess like 2 minutes is not a super long respawn timer. Right about the middle. Lumiere falls, but they don't really. The Radiant don't really need him. He's good, and he's got good scouting ability with the Call of the Wild, and a good strong disable in Primal Roar, but the only one they really need to keep alive right now is Blank. Because the Terrorblade can just go up to the Morphling, smack him around a bit.
I was meant to have this.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Immortality.
An immortal Terrorblade. They're having trouble killing him already, so... Who picked up the cheese? Pugna. Ooh, that's... Oh, you got a Kaya. Not bad. Faye falls to the lift, so... That's like 80% of the damage neutered for the Radiant. Or against... for the Dire, I'm sorry. The only one buyback right now is actually the Earthshaker.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The tier 4s are going down.
Bad dudes, middle tower. Everyone, go now.
Metamorphosis comes out, as does the fortification, but that's not going to last long. Tier 4s. The roar comes out. There goes Excalibur.
Your greetings. Something bad.
All the tier 4s are gone.
That's a two.
PYT's going to pause it right at the end. Really? The Radiant walk away with this one, folks. Hope you enjoyed. I sure did. That was a good back and forth. If you enjoyed the show, please share, like, or favorite the video. You can also leave a comment down below if you have anything you'd like to say. And if you want to keep up with me, never miss any of my current series, please feel free to click that subscribe button down below, or the icon at the end of the video. As for that, folks, I have been D. If you have a match you'd like me to check out, please send me the match ID number. You find it here at the bottom of the score screen. The Radiant walk away with this after a pretty close game and 34 minutes of action. So good night, and good gaming.